Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review on a blooming cold Sunday afternoon. When the sun was out it was lovely and warm, but now it's windy, a bit of rain in the air and it's cold. So today I'm reviewing Coniston Brewery's a Bluebird Bitter, bottle conditioned, award-winning English ale. Yep, that's what it says. So I got this from, I think it was when I was in Lancashire. And it's actually a Lancashire beer, and it's got a LA on it. So, yeah, got it from Morrison's when I was at Blackpool Pleasure Beach earlier this year. Doing me best served at 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's about that. 4.2%. So, let's give this a crack. Bottle conditioned, so I'm hoping it's not a gusher. Right. No, wasn't bad at all actually. So, amber on the colour, golden amber on the colour, a white head. Some carbonation and lacing in there. Right, don't know anything about this beer. I used to go on the sites and get all the info, but obviously then you're kind of cheating because you're not discovering for yourself if it's a good or a bad one. So it says here, Bluebird is a fine session ale with a light golden colour. The immense resinous and spicy hop character, which is the beer's hallmark, is derived from the use of unusual quantities of English Challenger hop, each bale being individually and personally selected by the brewer. The malt is of course Maris Otter, of course. Fermented slightly warm to give a soft fruitiness with a faint hint of scented geranium. We shall see. So on the nose, well, I can smell his malts really. Very different taste then. Malts on the taste. There's definitely something else there that I'm not picking up at the moment. I can taste it, but I can't tell you what it is. So resinous and spicy hop character. It might be the spicy hop that I'm picking up. So, yeah, not bad. Today I finally got rid of the magic horse rider machine. See, this beer room, bought it originally as a shed. Well, obviously 16 by 10, had it in the other side of the garden, and we bought it to be used as a gym, and you know, those plans, but all brand new equipment, cross trainers, steppers and all sorts of rubbish, and to be fair, no one ever used it. So I moved it to the location it is now, at the back of the garden. And it was always my wish for it to be, you know, to have plasterboard on the inside, proper electric in here with lights, and before I just used a long extension lead from the house, and not some long extension lead. Bearing the house is about 25 yards, so that about 20 yards that way. But yeah, and put a new roof on, then put insulation on. I was going to try and get that stuff, that really decent Celotex or whatever it's called, but it's too expensive, you know, on a very low budget. So I had to use this like foil wrap stuff, which isn't great, you know. I don't know if it does anything, but it keeps the wind off, so there's no wind in here. It does get cool, but I mean, I've just got the gas fire on at the moment, the Cali gas fire, so that's warming it up while I'm in here. And for the winter months, that's probably what I would do. Come in a bit before, or take bottles up to the house. I'll have a load of bottles in the house ready for reviews. But anyway, yeah, and then I've plasterboarded, painted it. I've even put the beach scene over there. Set computers up in here and game consoles galore. And then obviously all my bays as well. And now finally I've got rid of the last vestiges of the bloody the gym. So it's all good. But for the winter months I've got this in here. Chuffing big hot tub. So not that I'd sit in here in the winter anyway, you know, it's not the done thing. But we might move the hot tub down to the bottom of the garden next year. I might have another stab at relaying my lawn at the bottom. And this year going out and buying some sand and doing it properly. As I did for my brother. I put him a patio down and it was bloody perfect, you know. And basically I need at least a ton of sand. Spend the money on it, get it delivered, and lay the patio properly. I can do it. It's just the fact that time and effort, you know, involved. But then I want to put the hot tub at the bottom of the garden, get a new gazebo above it, and have the hot tub so you can walk out the hot tub and basically straight into the shed. You know, have the gazebo screwed down, and so the decking turns back into just an area for sunbathing and whatnot. Plus, if the hot tub's at the bottom of the garden and the beer room's there, you can come into the beer room, get changed in the beer room. There's heat in here, you know. That's the plan anyway. I just got to get off my backside and get some sand. A job for the winter months, methinks. So yeah, got an unusual taste to this. Very different to the normal bitters, you know, best bitters and sort of things. Yeah, I like the taste. I like there's a hint of resinous there, and there's certainly a hint of spicy, you know, there. As for the scented geranium, I'm not getting that. And I'm a gardener, so if I can't get it, you know. Unless you mean in the taste, because there's a quirky taste in there. That's nice, it's just quirky, I can't pinpoint it, so unless that's it, you know. So yeah, I love when we go to different parts of the country, trying out the shops when you're there. B&M bargains, Own Bargains, any of the supermarkets, because you're bound to pick up beers that you've never had before, you know. And at the moment, Asda, I've got to buy 6 get 25% on wines, and I haven't bought any wines for a while, but obviously with Christmas coming up, and you can get wines for £4 and below a bottle, you know. It's a good bargain, you know. It's a interesting time to get it, so definitely something to think about on the horizon. I need to check when it runs out, you know. If I get a couple of money earners off the internet, I might treat myself to 100 quid's worth, you know, for review purposes as well as normal drinking purposes. I haven't done any port reviews yet, you know. With wines, I'd like to buy all the little bottles, but the little bottles are so damn expensive. It's such an expensive way of doing it. And it used to be that Sainsbury's, when I worked there, when you got the buy 6 get 25% off, you also got 15% off with your discount, or 10 or 15 depending on when it was. And you could get that even off the little wines, and now they've stopped all that. Anything below £4 they won't let you, 4 or 5 quid, which is bloody miserable. But so yeah, for me, a nice best bitter. The bottle conditioned aspect of it, you know, yeah, it's got some nice taste to it. It's got some different taste to it. I don't, you don't normally get in bitters, you know. As you can hear in the background, both my kits are bubbling away lovely, and that's why I put the heat on for a bit as well, because obviously the injection of heat in here will get them going a bit, you know, that little burst of heat for 10-20 minutes will just warm the temperature up in the shed, and you'd be surprised it warms up really nicely in here, which is what most wooden rooms would do, won't they, you know, especially in summer months. It's like a bloody oven, so you can't win. It's too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter, you know, which is a shame. I was thinking of getting, because my father-in-law's got one, he's turned a minibus into a camper, and he's got a solar panel on the roof with a big battery, like, you know, a big lorry battery, connected to a diesel heater. So obviously the solar power powers the battery powers the diesel heater. You know, amazing how it all works. And obviously, so all you're paying for is a bit of diesel every now and again. And that diesel heater comes on when it needs to come on. When the temperature drops below a certain temperature, it comes on and heats it up to as much as it, you know, as high as he wants it to go. And it's a fantastic way of doing it. Pricey, about nearly 300 quid. But if you can get the diesel for cheap or free, you know, you're laughing. Especially if you work in the right, you know, especially if you work for a farmer and get red diesel, you know. So, golden amber pour, white head, good carbonation and lacing. On the nose, I only got malts on the nose. On the taste, malts, a little bit of resin, bit of spiciness there. A taste I couldn't put my finger on, and still can't put my finger on. It says here, to give a fruitiness with a faint hint of scented geranium. So if that's what it is, maybe, I'm not sure. A pleasant tasting bitter. For me, not a top 10 beer, but yeah, nice enough, because it went down well. Certainly a beer, you know, you'd want to try in a pub. So, out of 5, I'm going to give this 4.2 out of 5. And quite a nice aftertaste as well, you know. Right, that's me done for a bit. Thanks for watching. See you soon.